back with some more basic content. Today we are going to be doing phase 4. Last video was phase 3. Next video will be phase 5, provided the community milestone ever completes. So anyway, the first thing we're going to do is rendezvous 4. We were quite a bit off of track. So at first we were going to go to Ixar Barada rendezvous. However, I actually do believe we ended up going to a different one, being the Spajaro La Cola rendezvous. Rendezvous are going to be one of the rendezvous points. This was probably rendezvous point 3, maybe even point 2. Regardless, it got us where we needed to go. We just instantly plotted to the expedition route. We didn't run into any galaxies we couldn't travel to or anything like that. So far, no drive upgrades are required. However, phase 5 will need some drive upgrades, and I will be showing you the easiest way on Earth of getting emerald or cadmium at any point in time in large quantities. But that is the next video. The next thing we did was actually head to rendezvous 4, guys. So upon heading here, we actually ended up trying to land. First of all, it was kind of a nightmare landing here. Second of all, I also want to tell you, go ahead and just head to the space station. Don't even land on the planet, guys. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I actually reloaded my restore point so I could load back in my ship and not be on that planet. Go to your space station. You're going to look at the other base's location. You'll find rendezvous point 4 has ingredient farm. I couldn't find the ingredient farm, but I did find rendezvous point 4, and it did take me to rendezvous point 4. So once again, harmonic seal. This one was actually unlocked for some reason. We located some dissonant spikes that told us where a new crash ship was. I think we might have collected this ship. I'm not sure if the ship we scrapped was in this video or not. I actually don't think we ended up collecting this one. We collected another one. It was actually absolutely free, funny enough. But Independent Spirit, Speak to Autophage complete, as well as Pilgrimage 4 are now complete. Those are going to be your first 2 milestones. Real quick, bro. Real short and to the point. The next thing it is asking us to do is going to be creating a leg. After, of course, we claim this, it gave us the construct stuff. It also gave us multi-tool expansion slots. Once again, those can be sold for money, and it gave us 200 gamma weed. So that's not quite enough for what we need. However, it is a decent starting point. So the first thing we did was summon our freighter and head on over to our galactic terminal. In this terminal, we actually found ourselves a magnetic resonator, or 28 of them for sale. So we went ahead and bought 2. That would solve our magnetic resonator. The next thing we would do is go ahead and just summon the anomaly. We were going to need to be crafting a part, which getting the resource for were not difficult. However, you had to unlock it in the sense that this is laboratory, being the hydraulic wiring. As you can see, the only thing there we needed was salt. That salt can be found in an ocean planet. I will be showing some glyphs to an ocean planet as well as fast traveling to one in the video. If you've been following these, you should have the systems that I have, so you should actually be able to go to the one I went to. But if you are not able to, I do have some glyphs, or if you'd just rather go to the one I have glyphs for, it will be literally just an instant glyph transport. You'll just enter them into a portal and you'll be there. Have yourself a portal base. This entire thing will be so much quicker just with the portal base. So as you can see here, we actually went to the island retreat. No glyph. It's part of the glyph galaxy. So if you used my first or second video, I don't remember which one we got the glyphs on, you will know that that planet has all sorts of great farms, as well as an island retreat that's going to be right by water. That's where we got our salt from. The next thing we did was craft the 2 hydraulic wiring links, and we needed 2 lubricants. So to the freighter we go. So upon reaching the freighter, we actually have a plan here. We're going to be waiting for the doors to open and ships to land, because these ship dealers will be selling a variety of different plantable goods, ranging from gamma weed, which is what we need, to other plants. The other thing you know here is that you can hop in your ship after purchasing from everybody, doing 4 ships at a time. That's my plan. The other thing I think I showed there, I don't know if it was quick enough, was how to get a ton of Facium really easily. So I showed this clip. However, I did use another idea. All you have to do is delete the base building area in the freight. Just go ahead and pick up all of the planners already in there. Those will be giving back, I think it's like 20 Facium per planner. You pull 5 of them up, you're going to get 100 Facium. Very, very nice. I actually ended up completely rebuilding mine. I don't even think I have the clip for that, unfortunately. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, guys. So if you pull these up, when you pull these up, it will actually just be instantly giving you back Facium, Oxygen, Silver. All of these are useful materials. I went ahead and just took my entire freighter base down into this. I might go rebuild it, but if I do, I'm going to build a much smaller room so that I can enter it and exit it and use the portals in my freighter to quickly transport throughout it. I might also unlock a portal base thing in my freighter, but I think that requires a little bit too much work than what I want to do, unless we just accidentally run into it. But anywho, as you can see here, leg finally done. Minotaur, Shield Bay plans. That's how you do it. You go to the freighter, you hop in your ship, you keep reloading your save there, and you keep buying the gamma weed. And then as for the facium, you can literally just tear your freighter apart for facium. Boom, you got some facium, you got some gamma weed, make you some lubricant. You got all 3 ingredients. I just showed you how to get all 3 ingredients for that. Super easy. The next thing we did was go to the anomaly and speak to Nada. Nada would be telling us about Atlantium and wanting to test out the properties, so that we were told to go back to space. So we went back to space and we began warping through the galaxy map. We were told that the objective would be in a different galaxy. Don't go ahead and travel or think you're off galaxy or anything. It will be in the galaxy you're in when the mission ticks. So go ahead and travel to the galaxy that is in. And then once you are there, you are going to do the same old normal song and dance of heading to the location. This one, I don't think there's actually going to be a base built here yet, so the base isn't going to help you too much. But as you can see here, Nada's ritual site right here. We went ahead and headed here. This is going to actually be what is basically a corrupted monolith. Very interesting. I can't wait to be going through one of the portals for these things, guys. Am I right? It was about only 140 units away when we landed. Not very far away at all. We went in there. We already had a bunch of Lantindium, but if you didn't, you've seen the spawn area you first land at has a bunch of Lantindium there. So go ahead and get it there. As you can see, learned of the Echo Seed. Now we have an Echo Seed. That's pretty cool. We are then going to continue on. We have a few left. Divergence Cube was unlocked there. I guess that can be sold or something. Then we're going to be warping towards our current mission goal. It told us to go to an Atlas interface, so that is what we are doing. Warp to the Atlas interface. Once you're at the Atlas interface, go ahead and enter the Atlas interface. As I was saying earlier, the galaxy we went to actually had one really nearby it, so it was good we went to that galaxy. Present the structure to the Atlas, like normal, same old song and dance. It's now going to be giving us what I think is something to craft. Luckily, our starship is already full of materials. If you've been following these, your starship should look very similar to mine and should have about the same amount of materials. If it does not, though, well, look, okay, you're gonna have to go get some of these materials. They're all super simple materials to get. We just needed to make this new item. We then hopped into our ship and began crafting it. Seed of Life, all it needed was magnetized ferrite. Super easy, guys. If you can't get magnetized ferrite, so basically all you need to do to get magnetized ferrite is super simple. Not the fastest. There's a faster way. You can just buy a crap ton of magnetized ferrite at some of the space stations. I have a video down below to the top 10 galaxies to be visiting, to be buying your resources in. I knew this expedition was coming, guys. Anyway, so we then went to Nada. We spoke to Nada. Nada would give us an idea to the Echo Seed could be stored, something about that. We then spoke to Polo. He told us something else. It gave us a 10-minute counting timer. So I went ahead and evaluated what the 5th phase was. The first one was, of course, Pilgrimage 5, so we did initially begin to try and start on phase 5. I was thinking maybe we'd do 4 and 5 together until I realized the community expedition wasn't going to work and we were going to need an emerald drive, and today wasn't the day I felt like doing that. The next thing we would do is find ourselves to our ship, where we would be looking at the emerald drive. As you can see, it needs cadmium. I do have a glyph for cadmium that will be in the next video. We're going to save all that for the next video. The next thing we did is actually head to an outlaw station. Upon reaching the outlaw station, we would go to the station. At the station, we would actually be scrapping our starship that we found. This is just a random salvage one. I showed it in the previous video about where I found it and the location, so go check out the other phase guides if you want to know about this ship. It was worth about 50 million. You can find these all over the place, especially when looking for glyphs. There's actually cords to S class crashes there, Sentinel crashes, all sorts of things you can just claim and not even have to do any repair work to. Pretty cool. And as you can see here, we sold that for 45 million credits worth of scrap. So we went to the guy over here and we began looking for it. We sold both the AI valves and the compressed indium for about 50 million. We also went and go ahead and did a suspicious packet farm. If you buy all those packets and open them, the computers that you get when you analyze them have a chance of dropping cadmium and emerald. That is technically a way of farming that stuff. However, it's not very reliable. Like I said, I got glyphs coming up on phase 5, but as you can see here, we then returned and spoke to Paulo because the 10 minutes had passed. We had spent that time at the outlaw stations, warping everywhere, getting us some more suspicious packets, selling them, unlocking some nanites. We ended up with about 20,000 nanites. We then returned to the station. Paulo said, come see what we built. And we seen this this thing, guys. I'm really concerned about what's going on here. This thing's creepy, guys. Just straight creepy. It said NATO will know, and just all sorts of stuff. Anyway, so milestone complete though, guys. Thank goodness we assembled this thing, for better or for worse, guys. But anyway, So as you can see here, we are now going to be claiming that reward. The only thing we have left is the Lost Echo quest, which is going to be telling us currently to go speak to Nada. That's going to end up being we need to install something and we need to get some more materials. However, I have a solution to the materials that we are going to need for that too. So we spoke to Nada, then we spoke to Polo. Polo is going to be giving us a technology upgrade, Atlantidium and Radiant Shards. We're going to unlock a slot for us to install it on. We then needed a Radiant Shard, something else, as well as Gravitino Orbs. We checked a Outlaw Station at the normal vendor. He didn't have it. However, we got more tech, goods, and arms, and then spoke to a space station dealer. There was just some random starship, and lo and behold, there was our Gravitino balls that we needed. We only needed one, so we only bought one. You can buy however many you needed. That's a super easy way to get it. Just go to an Outlaw Station, check the starship vendors, check the main thing. If it's not there, go look around for a little bit. Next, here's some glyphs, guys. So this is going to be taking us to a corrupt Sentinel planet. So as you can see here, brewing stand, bird, triangle, waypoint, brewing stand, waypoint, bird, waypoint, brewing stand, pie, and finally another waypoint. Now we're going to a corrupted Sentinel planet. This is going to allow us to complete what is going to be the Echo quest. This planet is actually a dissonant planet, so the Echo Seed is going to be located here. We locate the Echo Seed, which was literally 70 meters from the portal, basically. Shot the Echo Seed, left the place, went back through the portal, and we were back in the galaxy we just warped in, summoned the anomaly, and of course went to Nada. This will complete phase 4 for the most part. We are basically at the end. There might be a couple more things we need to do. We spoke to Nada. Nada would actually be telling us to go prime the terminal. Actually, we did have to do some of this, but all of this is pretty no-brainer stuff here at the end. All you got to do is go to terminal prime. If you got to this point, you'll be able to finish the rest of this phase 4. But as you can see here, wabang, we have done it. The last one just completes right there. Lost Souls rescued another Echo. So this is going to be part of phase 5 as well, is this little terminal thingy here. But it's time gated and it's community based and I hate it. But anyway, so as you can see here, phase 4, Wayfarer's helmet unlocked. I love this helmet. It looks sweet. I also love some of the other things we have unlocked here. I can't wait to unlock phase 5 stuff, but that might take a minute, but you know. Anyway, so I do believe that is going to be all, guys, though. Go ahead and leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it and keep it beast mode. My God, I am out.